Hello traders, this is Mike Billion. Today is September 30, 2015. Let's talk about market. Let's start with the S&P mini futures. As you can see here, it break down the Fibonacci support 1883 and it's trying to get into that level where you can see this trend line resistance and the Fibonacci resistance. So it's a very critical moment right here. If you break out right here, then we have resistance about 1917, 1913. Right here, and then the 1930. Now, if you break down this support right here, the 1860, then it's gonna go for sure to 1820, which is the next Fibonacci support. So there you have a nice resistance and support to day trade for tomorrow. Now let's talk about Apple. Apple is breaking down really bad today. The bulls gave up the 110 Fibonacci support. It's this level right here. They gave up this level, and it's a very critical moment. If they confirm tomorrow below today's low, then for sure we're gonna go 103 before the earnings report. If you see DMI, you can see there's a lot of room for the bulls for the bears to take this down to 103. So be careful if you're thinking to getting calls in here or getting loan just because it's down. It's down and it can continue down to 103, which is a nice support, and it's high probability that we're gonna get a bounce from there. So be patient. Now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about DIA. This is the Dow Jones FTF, and you can see here the support is a 159.58. You see. It break down that level back in August 24 when the whole market went down, and then right here, and that was in the beginning of September, it tested that level and bounced. Then it got close to the levels in September 4, and now today is right there at that level, 159.58, and that's a key level. DMI is bearish and strong, so I think this thing is gonna break down this support here. If you break down, it can be a nice short. I'm waiting to see if it break down because I wanted to enter short, and the target you see right here is 153. So keep an eye on that key level. Now let's talk about Facebook. This is one of the stronger stock that is holding, but it looks bearish to me right now. It's holding this trend line, and but DMI is so bearish, and I saw a lot of volume the past 2 days breaking down. So I think the bears has high probability to take this down and break down this support and go to 80 before earnings. So let's see what happens. Also, you have to remember the price scheme. So if this is a strong level, so there's a lot of probabilities that we can also break, bounce from here. So this neutral here, you have to wait for the breakdown below today's low, which was 85.72. If you break down that level, $80 is the next support, which is a Fibonacci support, and DMI is still bearish. So let's see what happens. I like Facebook for the end of the year. You know, this is one of those that you need to put in your portfolio for long term, not to use auctions. I like the shares. Get the stock and hold it. I think end of the year, this thing is gonna bounce. Finally, it's gonna end around right here, 107, between 107 and 115, or maybe 120. So let's see. They're gonna report. They're gonna report in October 28. So that's my take on Facebook. Own the share, no options right now. Now let's talk about GG. This sweet chart is on my watch list because it's trading inside this falling wedge, and this falling wedge are gold. So you need to put it in your watch list. I think this thing is gonna break out right here. I don't think it's gonna break down. I think it's gonna break out, but I'm waiting for the breakout because I don't want to enter here and these things keep moving sideways here until it gets to the apex. So I wanted to wait for the breakout, and then the 200 moving average could be the target, which is 17.18. Now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about the Russell. The Russell looks terrible. It's one of the ones that look very bad, and this one represents the small caps. And you can see here it break down even the August 24 lows. It break down the 107.75 and it looks terrible. It looks terrible and it can go to 102. Fibonacci, as you can see here, you see the difference right here. In August 24, the Fibonacci went overextended on the directionals. So you could say that it was gonna pause or it was gonna bounce, and we bounced from this low right here, 114. We bounced to the 50 simple moving average at 119. So it was a $5 move. But right here, there is no divergence, there is no directionals overextended, so I think it's gonna continue down if we confirm tomorrow below today's low. So keep an eye on this one. I think there is high probability based on DMI that this thing can break down to 102. Let's talk about Netflix. Netflix is holding this trend line right here. You can see how strong it is. There's a short trend line right here that is holding also. But I think it's gonna break down probably to wait for the earnings report. The last 3 earnings report, it has gap up. So I think there is high probability that this thing gap up anytime and go to 124, 130. So keep an eye on this one. I would like it. I would love to get Netflix right here in this trend line. So keep an eye on Netflix. This is a nice stock that moves very fast. So if you get in this trend line around 90, 91, it's a bargain. Now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about SanDisk, another falling wedge. Remember, falling wedge are gold. You just need to be patient and wait for the breakout. Right now, it's not ready yet. It's still moving inside. You can see it here, still moving inside. When you get a breakout right here, gold. So keep an eye on that one. Spider, the Spider the same. It doesn't look bad as the iShares Russells. As you can see here, it hasn't been to the lowest of August 24, which it was the lows also in September and October 16, 2014. Are we gonna get there too and test this level? 182, that's the key level. Today we break down the 188, we confirm that breakdown, so it might go down to 182 high probability. I will say 60% against 40 or against 30 and 10% that we can move sideways here for a couple more days and then break down. So keep an eye on the Spider. It's bearish right now. There's nothing to say. And the VIX, as you can see here, is about 25. That's a level you need to watch, 25. If the VIX goes below 25, then we might get another leg up on the S&P, the iShares, and the Dow Jones. Traders, this is everything for today. Trade on.